Hello, welcome back to It's New. I assume people get annoyed by my hello voice when I first start, but I do it on purpose, actually. I kind of try to use a really annoying voice where people's like, I can't listen to this guy and just leave right away. Helps with YouTube engagement and metrics.
Okay.
Just letting you know. The faster people leave your video, the better your YouTube subscriber rate goes.
That's not how it works. No.
I mean, that just sounded so wrong.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what Google tells me, if we could believe Google. Greg, what are you talking about?
Clicks to websites from Google are relatively stable, although the mental stability of webmasters may not be.
I'll be talking about a new feature on Big Webmaster Tools, the Search Performance Report, and a new what do you got?
New targeting options for PMax.
All right, Greg, whenever you're ready for this one. This is a doozy.
I just can't anymore, Barry. It's all too much. Liz Reed from Google came out in a response to all these third-party studies that everybody is saying and everybody is seeing with their traffic, with Google traffic from search. It came out and said, overall, total organic click volume from Google search to websites has been relatively stable year over year. Barry, this was I'm going to put this up for your best article of the year, which is why I wanted to cover this, to give you a little bit of shine. You went on right after that quote to say, there was no specific data shared. Google did not offer up Search Console data. Google didn't show a chart. They just wrote clicks are, quote, relatively stable.
Yep.
We are at the point where we need an intervention, or we need like a memorandum or something of never covering this garbage again. Google can come out and say all of these things like, oh, if you look at this and dispute all these studies, but then all they do is just say random things like it's relatively stable. Google also went on to say the line, average click quality has increased. And we've heard that before, and it doesn't mean anything. There's no data. There's no anything. So to that point, Liz talked about the quick click quality increasing, that we're actually sending slightly more quality clicks to websites than a year ago. And by quality clicks, we mean those where users don't quickly click back, typically a signal that user is interested in the site. This data, for what it's worth, was also year over year. So it would be AI overviews versus AI overviews. You had made a good point. It'd be interesting to see 2 years ago versus 3 years ago. And then, of course, they're like, oh, we send billions of clicks to websites every day. Barry, do you know how many search tools make charts?
Honestly.
There's not like a meta chart maker. I forget the name of it. We talked about it yesterday. Data is everywhere, and that is like the currency in today's society. You can't come out here as Google anymore just saying that click volume is stable year over year or the quality of clicks is up and then dispute everybody else. I would be fine if you just came out and lied and put on your Emperor's Little Clothes party out there and you just like, look, everything's fine. Whatever everybody is seeing, it's not reality. Like, this is the reality. Yes, I am fully naked in front of you, but I have clothes on and you need to know that. I would understand that, but you can't do that and then also dispute all of these things and put out these. And we need to stop covering those disputes back. Like, it's just disgusting. I don't know. Like, you have all the data in the world, and it's every time we see these things, it's just it's too much, Barry.
I mean, I got a haircut for this, just to say. I mean,
nice.
Google literally told me they're going to give us data on it. They're going to be talking about this. So I went to get a haircut to cover this. And when I read it, I'm like, there is no data. And it's actually my fault. I mean, because I kept going off.
It's not your fault.
No, it is. I've been having phone calls with them left and right. And I'm like, and emails back and forth. I'm like, at least just make a lot, give us something in writing that, clicks are, that clicks aren't going down. Like, there's no down. And this is what they did. They wrote a line basically saying that clicks are relatively stable. And
that honestly, that word relatively stable means absolutely nothing. It could be off by 40%. That's relatively stable. It depends what relatively is. It's just a stupid mishmash of words.
And then I spent like 20 minutes on the phone with him yesterday saying, why is it year over year? Shouldn't it be like this year compared to 2 years ago? And they're like, no, it's year over year, and this is the data because we launched it. But when we continue, as it continues to grow, you can see that clicks are still going relatively stable.
I'll translate that for you. The reason we're not going to show it versus 2 years is because it's bad. The data is bad. Yeah. It would be awful. It wouldn't be relatively stable. It would be relatively horrific. And Barry, you did a great job too. Like it reminds me of like the Danny Sullivan-esque post that you put out there. And you're like, I did ask Google about Search Console, why we don't have data in there yet. Google initially said the data is not in Search Console because it was in beta, but it's no longer. And instead they lumped the AI overviews and AI mode into the search data. It's your best article, Barry, and somebody's got to stand up. And I appreciate you calling it at face value. And that's what everybody should do. When Google says all this dumb stuff and it has no data, it's like you are like the second biggest company in the world. You can come up with some data. Yeah. Get out of here with this stuff. Stop refuting everything until you can show me the money.
Yeah, they would have just added a chart. It doesn't have to have anything. Just a chart, any type of chart. It would have made a big difference.
Yeah,
but no.
And that show me the money line was a reference for Mordy. I'm still recovering from my Mordy-itis, but I had to do a 90s movie. That's going to be my theme while he's out.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. A lot of people actually cover this. A huge amount of publishers cover this, and they all took the same line. Like Google's basically lying to us. I mean, so anyway, talking about more data, Bing Webmaster Tools seems to have added a new feature where in the search performance report in Bing Webmaster Tools, there's this list by feature in that report, and they added device and country. So you can actually see the device types like desktop versus mobile, and then the countries that are actually sending you traffic, which is a nice add-on there from Bing Webmaster Tools. Thank you so much. Just to be clear, you still stink because you are like Google and you also lump together your Bing Chat or Copilot data with overall web data, and you don't break it out for us too. So even though you added this device and country stuff, we really want a filter to show us the data by AI search versus non-AI search. So you stink also, but thanks for adding that. And then Anu, I know you got some talk about some API and Performance Max updates.
Yes, we do. So yeah, Google Ads API version 21 is out, and one of like the biggest updates within that, it's new targeting options for PMax. We've got device targeting, negative keyword lists, and age range exclusions. So yeah, you can exclude by specific ad groups. You can apply negative lists at campaign levels, and you can choose which devices the Performance Max campaign will target, whether it's mobile, desktop, tablet, and any new devices that might be coming out with. So yeah, new targeting tools for PMax. Yeah, you.
And I would just give a disclaimer here for Ads Editor. It's been so buggy lately. Like I would love to see these updates come out, but like it falls behind a lot of times with some of the new stuff. Like we clone an AI Max campaign and try to post it and it wouldn't make it over. And so I would just say, like, even with some of these changes, like I feel like they are way behind on some of the new stuff with Ads Editor. And it's like the number one way to make changes in an account. So when you do something, definitely do it in the editor, post it, but then go back and double check it. Cause some of the new things, it really can mess up some of the settings.
That seems like double work.
Yeah.
I don't know. But there's also new documentation. And in the video they have there, the guy who made that video on the ads API update, there is a whole set of new documentation that was updated, which I'm very proud of, because I guess the documentation is also out of date because it's hard to maintain documentation when you're constantly pushing out new features.
Yeah. Right. The amount of work is relatively stable, Barry.
Okay, good. The whole slightly, like also that slightly word in the like the quality of clicks, it's like makes you scratch your head.
Relative. It's really,
and I just
slightly better.
I also just like how they just all of a sudden came up with a metric like quality clicks. It's like, you just came up with this now. They've never, have you ever heard that, Barry, where they're like, oh, our like the quality of our clicks are better than other search engines? I've not heard that.
Only with this, only with the new AI overviews.
Only this.
And they kept talking about it. And I'm like, and they also said conversions and stuff were up back, not in this post, but previously conversions. I'm like, how do you know conversions are up based on these clicks? And then they've clarified in this post that we're just looking at like if people are pogo sticking back to the search results, which is,
but it was
nice.
Like, it wasn't even like scientific. It was sort of like almost a bounce rate and exit rate from that page, like bounce rate within a certain time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so dumb. You ruined my morning. You made my morning.
I mean, it's just not a good thing. Google, just add the data to Search Console if you don't want to give us data, or just stick a fake chart up there and we'll believe it. Because
Right?
we're not going to believe it, but at least you'll. I don't know. If you give a percentage, like I tell people, like when you give a percent, don't say 20% up or 50% up. Say like 32.7% up or down. Give us like a very like detailed percentage if you're going to lie.
Yeah.
So people believe it.
Slightly one better for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Relatively stable.
Exactly. On that, we're hopefully back next week with more It's New. If we're all stable, have a great weekend, and make sure to check out Marketing O'Clock, PPC Live, and maybe Unify Brand Marketing if he's still around. Bye-bye.
And subscribe to Rusty Brick.
Yeah, true.
You can, or just unsubscribe and leave. And
Barry.
My annoying hello voice. Did it at the end too.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.